Hi everyone! Today I've got a double duty DIY project for you on how to make the most of your designer scented candles. Now I'm talking in specific the ones that come in the cute little metal tins or glass jars, even with tops like this. Or you can use glass jars that don't have tops, like this one. As long as your candle is in a metal jar or a glass jar, you'll be able to do this project. Now basically what we're doing here is we're going to use up all of that wonderful scented wax. So you've burned it and you've burned it and you've burned it and you've really enjoyed your candle, and it'll get to about this much wax at the bottom and then it won't burn anymore. So what do? You typically just toss it and then go buy another candle. Well, this is a double duty instructional here, so I'm going to teach you how to use the last bits of those wonderful scented candles that you buy and to reuse the amazing jars that they come in already. Instead of just tossing it, recycle it and upcycle it. I hope you enjoy. Today we're taking 2 old candles and making these awesome projects. So first, you need your old candles. You see how there's still wax in there, but really not enough to keep burning? Don't worry, we'll save all of that. Go ahead and turn on your burner, and then grab a pan. You can use an old pan if you'd like, but really this won't hurt anything, so any saucepan will be fine. Now you're going to add the water. Use a good bit of water because you want it to get nice and hot and bubbly, but not too much because you don't want any to go into the glass jars and get into your candle because that'll ruin your project. So carefully arrange your glass jars in the water and then make sure you have your tongs handy. Once the water is boiling, grab some wax paper and lay it down to prep your workstation. You're also going to need some silicone cupcake molds. You can use any mold that you like. I just prefer these for the shape. So now that they're laid out, just grab your tongs and one by one carefully lift the glass jars from the pan. Now remember, this is full of melted candle wax, so be very, very careful. You don't want to get that on your skin. All we're doing now is filling up these silicone cups. See how boiling makes the labels just peel right off, even that nasty sticky residue? Now we're lifting the second one. If you wanted to wait until the first one was dry, you could actually pour the second one right on top of it to create layered tarts, like those layered candles you've seen. That's very time consuming. So right now we're just doing individual tarts, but no worries, I'll show you an easy way of doing layered tarts later on. Once these are drying, now it's cleanup duty. Using heavy-duty dish detergent and hot water, go ahead and scrub your glass jars and get all the remaining wax right out of there. I promise it'll come out super easy, especially if you clean it right out of taking it from that boiling pan. Now that your tarts are dry, all you have to do is carefully separate it from the mold. See how I'm going around very slowly? You definitely don't want it to crack. So it peels right out. See? This is exactly the same candle wax as before, only you don't have to burn it or add flame to it. It still smells amazing. If you want to do a quick layered tart, you just grab 2 dried ones and a lighter. Very, very carefully. You don't want to burn yourself. You're going to melt each side of the tart. So melt this side, and then you're going to do the same process on the inside of the other tart, basically melting the inside of both tarts and pressing them together. Now you're just going to take your flame and go over the seam, making sure everything sticks together nicey nice, and you're going to dry it on some wax paper. See, isn't that cute? Makes great gifts too. So now what? Well, we have the tarts, and you can either use them in a tart burner or an oil burner like this one, or if you work in an office where you're not allowed to use flames, simply grab a glass vessel, toss it in there, and put it on this awesome little thing, which is a coffee mug burner that plugs right into your USB. No flame required. Now to those jars. Look at this. Gorgeous organization for my hairpins. You can also use them for rubber bands or spices or anything. But don't stop there. You can even decorate your jars. I spray painted this one black and used some pretty white embellishments to hold my Q-tips. I made a whole bathroom set out of this stuff. See, isn't that cute? We did some double duty DIY, we organized our stuff, and we saved the planet. I hope you enjoy.